5:38 right now. You may have already seen buses going round around in roads in Dorchester County this week. Durham Bus Service started practicing routes before the start of the school year Monday. Now, in a News 2 report, I'm taking a look at what it means to your child's bus route and your bottom line. Now, no word from Durham how many people were actually hired back to the company. The school district says most were. Dorchester School District 2 joins Beaufort and Charleston counties as local districts that have privatized their buses. 5:40 right now. It's Friday, so what are you doing this weekend?
That's a good question.
A 41-year-old woman is behind bars this morning accused of scamming her friend out of more than $50,000, claiming she has cancer. Charleston police are charging Brandy Michelle Reeves of obtaining goods under false pretenses. Since September, Reeves received checks from the victim, 3 checks a week for $1,100. She claims to cover the treatments at the Hollings Cancer Center. Speaking out Thursday at bond court, the victim told at the lengths that Reeves went through to prove she was in treatment. Now, the victim goes on to say Reeves was truly brilliant in her deception, and regardless, she still loves her. 6:36 right now. This morning, colleges around the country take a second look at their alert and security systems after a lockdown at the Virginia Tech campus. Email alerts went out to faculty and students after 3 children at the summer camp said they saw a man holding what looked like a gun. According to USA Today, Patrick Field, a public safety advisor at the security company ADT, says the administration did an outstanding job with lockdown, but he says it could have been faster and that a lot can happen in 26 minutes. Back in April of 2007, a gunman opened fire at fellow students, killing 32 people before killing himself. Here in the Low Country, the College of Charleston sends Cougar alerts to more than 13,000 people if and when something impacts the campus. Cougar alerts are for students, faculty, staff, and parents. Once the alert is sent, the same information automatically updates to the college's homepage. The investigation continues this morning into the death of a high school football player in Darlington County. 14-year-old Tyquan Brantley collapsed as he walked off the practice field Saturday. He died at the hospital. Brantley was an incoming 9th grader at Lamar High School. The players were on the field for about an hour. The school district is now investigating to make sure its hydration policy was being followed. A lot of you are talking about the tragedy on our Facebook page. Kathy Connolly says, "That's sad. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family." Stephanie Moore writes, "I would encourage all parents when your child goes for their sports physical to ask for an EKG. I took a step further and got my son a heart scan. I feel a lot better knowing he doesn't have an enlarged heart." And we want to know what you have to say. Just log on to our Facebook page and like WCBD News 2, and you can leave a comment. Asheville remembers a fallen fire captain with a service today. Captain Jeffrey Bowen and nearly 60 other firefighters were called to a fire at the Biltmore Center in Asheville last Thursday. Officials say firefighters were searching the building when they heard Bowen call Mayday on his radio. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. 10 other firefighters were hurt. The sentencing phase of a trial of serial killer Anthony Sowell begins this morning. A jury convicted Sowell of murdering 11 women and abusing their bodies. Investigators say Sowell hid the bodies in his home and eventually buried them in his backyard. Sowell's defense claimed he's mentally ill and does not deserve the death sentence. A new study finds a lot of married couples aren't getting their smooch on, at least in Britain. The British Heart Foundation found nearly 1 in 5 married couples go without kissing for up to a week at a time. And when they do kiss, 2 in 5 married couples kiss for no more than 5 seconds. The study also found married couples ages 18 to 24 kiss on average 11 times a week. Politics this morning, no more nice, with 8 major candidates fighting for votes and 2 more in the wings who may want to join them. It's the beginning of an all-out war.
Got a little chilly on stage last night in Iowa. Tracy Potts is in Washington this morning with more on what the candidates said about the economy and each other.
Sesame Street's Bert and Ernie have been roommates for more than 4 decades, and some people have long believed the two are more than just friends.
Now, just weeks after New York legalized same-sex marriage, there's a cyber campaign pushing to let the pair tie the knot Jeannie Mose reports.
Welcome back. Have you ever had one of those moments of terror where you thought, this is it, I'm going to die?
Yeah, every time I watch one of these movies. Then, after your life flashes before your eyes, you live to see another day. Do you think death gets mad about that? Well, the people who've done like 8 of these movies.
On and on and
yeah,
on.
they think so. It's a premise that's worked well for Hollywood. It's a horror franchise releasing its 5th chapter this week. Raphael Seth has more with our box office preview.
All right, thanks, Michael. Ready, set, shop. Now through Sunday, you can buy those back-to-school goodies without paying sales tax. But what about dorm room decor or layaway items, and can you get a rain check if the store runs out? Count on News 2 for all those answers in this morning's Consumer Report. Now, the National Retail Federation says the average family spends $606 on back-to-school shopping, so you save about $36 without taxes. And if you don't get the right item, you can exchange it later tax-free.